Namaste. This is the 8th day of our program. As usual, we start with Shanti Mantra. Close the eyes. Keep the back and head straight. Concentration on the whole body and the normal respiration. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karamavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Become more deeply aware of the whole body. And the normal breathing, each and every ingoing breath and outgoing breath. Now slowly open the eyes. I will show you two more meditative postures. First is Dhyana Virasana. From the long sitting position, place the left leg on the right, bend back. Similarly, the other side also. So, equal weight on both the buttocks, hands resting on the upper knee, back and head straight. So this is one meditative posture. Similarly on the other side also. Right on the left, bend the forelegs to the opposite side. The heels on both sides of the buttocks, knees one on the other, hands resting on the knee. Now the other posture for meditation is Vajrasana. Toes pointing back. In the beginning you can sit on the heels. If it is comfortable, this can be used for meditation. And afterwards keeping the heels apart, sitting on the floor. Like that. This is Vajrasana. There are many further developments: forward bending, lying on the back, and Ustrasana, and like that. Now take simple cross-leg position, Sukhasana. In this session, we will go through the three bandhas. There are four major bandhas. Bandhas are neuromuscular and glandular, locks and holds, where they are very powerful practices, especially in Kundalini Yoga. Many practices are common in Hatha Yoga and Kundalini Yoga. So these bandhas are common to both. First bandha is known as Moola bandha. Bandha means actually locking. So locking here means contracting that area. Here you know the location of Mooladhara. In the male body it is at perineum, exactly between the anus and genitals, 1 centimeter inside the skin surface. In the female body it is at the cervix, where the vagina joins the uterus. It may be about 4 centimeters inside the skin. That is the difference between the male body and the female body. The location of the first chakra is slightly different. Other chakras are at the same location in both male and female bodies. Now in Moola bandha, this point is drawn inward and upward. Perineum in the male body, cervix in the female body, it is drawn up. So the action is similar to the arresting of the tendency to urinate. Suppose there is no facility nearby, no bathroom, or you are in a meeting or driving a vehicle. In such cases, we automatically contract the urethra to stop the urge to urinate, at least for some time, a few minutes or half an hour or 1 hour, just contracting that area, that is urethra. Here, instead of urethra, it is the perineal body or cervix. So that gland is drawn up. So it is internal, so you have to understand the right technique and do it yourself. With practice, it will be perfected. Now we do it together. Close the eyes, back and head straight. Concentrate on that point, perineum in the male body, in the female body at cervix, and slowly contract it. Then exhale and release it. Inhale and contract the perineum or cervix. Hold only a few seconds and release it. Like that, continue. Do about 10 times. Gradually you feel the exact point. In the beginning, there is a tendency to draw the whole pelvic floor upwards, but you have to pinpoint by daily practice only that point. This is an excellent practice for overcoming depression and anxiety. If you do about 30 times, the quality of the mind will change. Now this is Moola bandha. Very, very powerful practice. The energy flows upwards. Within a few days practice, you feel some current of energy flowing upwards towards the brain, as though it is starting from the soles of the feet. But we have to practice it daily, at least 10 times. And moreover, we will be learning prana mudra. In prana mudra, this is an integral part, so it goes along with prana mudra. Prana mudra is the most important among the mudras. Now coming to uddiyana bandha. Moola bandha, contraction of the first chakra location. Here it is drawing the abdominal viscera inside. Here we have to breathe out, hold the breath outside and expand the chest by practicing mock inhalation. We have to pretend that you are inhaling, but without letting the air to go inside. So chest will be expanded, the diaphragm will rise up, the abdomen will take concave position. That is the way. First breathe out, hold the breath outside and expand the chest to allow the abdomen to go in with negative pressure inside. So we can try. That also can be mastered by daily practice. It is actually done in the standing position. After perfecting it, we can do it in the sitting position also. So I will show you how to do it. Breathe out completely. Hold the breath out and just expand the chest. Abdomen automatically goes in. It will take concave position. When you touch, it will be soft touch, like a water bag. That is known as uddiyana bandha. Uddiyana means rising up or flowing up, ascending, ascension of prana. So here the prana starts flowing upwards from the Manipura chakra, from the navel chakra. So this activates the navel chakra. The previous lock, that is Moola bandha, activates the root chakra, and uddiyana bandha activates the navel chakra. Then there is one more bandha in which the chin presses against the sternum, that is the upper portion of the chest, like this. It is not like the neck movements. Here we do it with this force. You feel the pressure against the sternum. This can be done by retaining the breath either inside or outside, or with the normal breathing also. Okay, we can do it now. just simply drop the head forward and press the chin against the jugular notch. Can hold about 10 seconds, then release. Like that up to 10 times. Now we do 3 times. Again, forward, press the chin against the chest. Release. Next time, we inhale, hold the breath and do this. Hold the breath for 10 seconds. Inhale. Then exhale and hold the breath outside and do the same, pressing the chin against the chest. So this is Jalandhara Bandha. Moola Bandha activates the root chakra, Uddiyana Bandha, navel chakra, Jalandhara Bandha, the throat chakra. And we can do all the 3 together, and that is known as mahabandha or bandha treya. Treya means 3. 3 bandhas together. For that, the breath is held outside. So breathe out, hold the breath out and press the chin against the sternum. Contract the first chakra location, perineum or cervix. Also expand the chest to draw the abdominal viscera inside. Hold about 10 seconds. Release. This is Bandha Treya. It's very, very powerful. It activates 3 chakras, but the influence will be felt by other chakras also. We can do 3 times. Breathe out completely. Press the chin against the chest. Contract the first chakra location and also expand the chest to draw the abdomen inside. Release. Bandha Treya is done with external retention. Once more, breathe out and hold the breath outside. Press the chin against the chest. Contract the first chakra location. Expand the chest to draw the abdomen in. Release. So these are among the very powerful practices which you can do if you want to develop more energy. So they should become integral part of daily practice depending on your time. At the end of the course, you will understand whichever practices are to be included in our daily practice. In the next session, I will introduce Prana Mudra, which involves Moola Bandha also. That is perhaps the most powerful practice. It is to be done in the morning, and there is a practice to be done at night just before going to sleep. It is preferably done on the floor, on the yoga mat. It is Shanti Mudra. The morning practice is Prana Mudra. It takes only 5 to 6 minutes, and night practice done on the floor. The morning practice can be done on the chair also, but still floor is better. You have direct contact with the earth. That we will learn in the next session. Now we go through the Pawana-mcketasama series. Take long sitting position. Stretch out the legs forward. Now stretch out the legs forward. Assume Prarambhika Sthiti, the base position. Shake loosely sideways and up and down alternately 3 times. Bend the left leg. Keep the foot by the side of the ankle. Press down and bounce up about 10 times. Concentration on the root chakra, 4 petals, red in color. Second position by the side of the knee. Nearest. Then on the thigh, close to the hip. Preparation for the lotus Padmasana. Further out for cranking. Hold the toes with the fingers, relax the ankle and rotation. Ten times in one direction, 10 times in the reverse. Then hold from below and rotation up, forward, down, back. 5 times. Then backward. Now in the horizontal plane. The other way. Shake loosely. There are some outside positions also, which I will show you now. Keep the foot a little apart and press the leg towards the other knee like this without forcing. Feel the stretching at the root of the thighs. This is right angle between the upper leg and lower leg. Next is bending to the side, toes pointing to the side, here up and down. Then slowly open out. You feel the opening effect on the hips. So here, first part is sitting straight, keeping equal weight on both the buttocks. From here, later on, you can also bend forward, not now, but this is the way of bending forward. So you feel the stretching of the thigh muscle like this. Like that. Release. Do it on the other side. Right foot by the side of the ankle, press down. Then by the side of the knee. Knee rest. On the thigh, close to the hip. Further out, hold the toes with the fingers for cranking, rotation from the ankle, slowly and widely, 10 times in one direction, 10 times in the reverse. Now hold from below the ankle and rotation in line with the other leg. Then reverse. Now in the horizontal plane. The other way. Shake loosely. Now try the outside position first. Right angle between the upper leg and foreleg. Press towards the other knee. Slowly, slowly, without forcing. You have the feeling of internal massage through the thigh and hamstring muscles. Then bend back, here up and down. Open out. From here, sit with equal weight on both the buttocks. Then slowly bend forward later on, not now, but this is the way of doing. Release. Now keep both feet together for full butterfly, thithili asana in 3 positions. First, at a distance, press both the legs down. Now bring the feet closer, halfway nearer. Nearest. Hold on to the toes, back and head straight. This is thithili asana. Now close the eyes. Keep the body steady and make your breathing slow and deep 3 times. On inhalation, feel the energy flowing up. On exhalation, down. Like that 3 times, slow breathing. After that, breathe out and slowly bend forward. Feel the stretching of the hip joints without forcing. Wherever you are comfortable, just stay there few seconds. Inhale and release. Now take long sitting position, shake sideways and up and down 3 times alternately to relax the muscles. Now with the feet and toes, stretch them forward. Concentration on the root chakra, 4 petals, red in color. Backward from the ankles, forward, back. Once more. Back. One forward, the other back. Like that 3 times. Now from the upright position of the feet, turn both the feet to the left from the ankles. Turn both the legs to the right, left, right. Once more. Turn in, heels and big toes can touch easily. Open out, chaduram. In, out. Once more. Then rotation. The other way. Opposite directions. Reverse. Now tightening and releasing different muscle groups, starting from the fingers and the toes. Inhale, hold the breath and tighten the fingers and the toes. Hold about 10 seconds with optimum pressure. Exhale and release. Second time, tighten all the muscles of the arms and legs. From the fingers up to the shoulders, from the toes up to the hips. Inhale, hold the breath, tighten all the muscles and joints of the arms and legs. Hold up to 10 seconds. Exhale and release. Third time, tighten all the muscles of the body, arms and legs. Contract the abdomen. Tighten the chest muscles. Press the chin down. Squeeze the facial muscles also. Inhale, hold the breath, tighten all the muscles. Release. Now pulling the rope with the right hand. Inhale and raise up to upright position tightly. Exhale, and as though you are pulling the rope downwards, exhaling. Like that 5 times. Inhaling and raising up, exhaling and bringing down forcefully. Then with the other, inhale and raise up, exhale and bring down. Like that 5 times. Now cycling with the leg. Start with the left, hold from back of the left leg, forward cycling. 5 times forward, 5 times back. With the other forward cycling, hold from the back of the upper leg. Backward. Now rotation with the leg straight. After 5 times, the other way. With the other, reverse. Now relax, lie on the back in Shavasana. Close the eyes and concentration on the body and the normal respiration. Now we start the postures. Take lying position on the back, supine position, legs together, arms by the sides. We start with the Uttanasana. Raise the left leg up slowly up to upright position. Stretch the arms at the shoulder level, palms facing up, and slowly bring down to right without moving the shoulders, only buttocks twisted, breathing normal throughout. Raise up and open to the left. Raise up and bring down. Then with the right leg, raise up to upright position. Slowly bring down to left. Well within your flexibility. Then raise up. Slowly open to the right, wherever it is comfortable. Raise up and release. The next posture is halasana, the plow, taking the legs behind the head. First part is the same as shoulder stand, but instead of raising the legs up, legs are stretched back. Inhale and hold the breath. Slowly raise the legs and stretch back until the toes are placed on the floor. Once the toes are on the floor, release the hands. Concentration on the throat chakra. Breathing shallow. Now support the buttocks with the hands. Bring the buttocks back and bring the legs back. Then relax. Close the eyes, concentration on the body and the normal respiration. Now the complementary posture, that is fish pose, matsyasana. Take sitting position and assume the lotus, padmasana. Lean on the elbows, relax the neck, drop the head back, top of the head touching the floor. Mouth closed, breathing normally through the nose. Feel the opening effect of the throat, vocal cords. Feel the clarity of breathing. Concentration on the throat chakra. Now release, rise up. Relax. Now lie on the abdomen. Take prone lying position. Legs together, toes pointing back, chin on the floor, hands on both sides of the chest. Now make your breathing slow and deep, 2 times. Inhaling more energy and vitality, exhaling with the feeling of total relaxation. 3rd time as you inhale, raise the head up, concentration on throat chakra. When you raise the chest, awareness shifted to heart chakra. Upon raising the abdomen, concentration on the navel chakra. Breathing is shallow in the final position. Part of the breath is held in. Now slowly release. Bring down the abdomen, then the chest, finally the chin. Keep the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. For half locust, ardhasalabhasana. Raise the left leg up to the pubis without lifting the middle part. Knees straight, muscles relaxed. Concentration at the tip of the spine, sacral chakra. 6 petals, orange in color. Release. Then in the same way, raise the right leg up to the pubis. Breathing normal throughout. Muscles of the legs relaxed. Bring down. Now prepare for raising both the legs together. Inhale, hold the breath. Make the body stiff and gently raise both the legs well within your capacity. Concentration on the sacral chakra. Release. Now relax by stretching the arms up, advasana, palms together, forehead on the floor, concentration on the third eye center. 2 petals indigo in color, that is activated. Then place the hands at the back of the head, that is Jyeshtikasana, concentration still on the third eye center. Now get ready for dhanurasana, the combination of the cobra and the locust. Bend the legs, hold the ankles with the hands, relax the whole body, inhale a little, raise the legs up, raise the head and chest, get balance on the abdomen, concentration on Manipura chakra. Release slowly and relax in Makarasana. Legs apart, toes pointing out, cross the arms. Now take sitting position. The next posture is ardhamatsyendrasana, towards the left. Bend the right leg, left foot on the right side, cross the right arm against the left upper leg, turn to left, turn the head, shoulders and the spine. Inhale and release. Then do it on the other side. Left leg bent, right foot on the left side of the knee. Cross the left arm against the right upper leg. Turn to the right, turn the head, shoulders and the spine. Concentration on the navel chakra, breathing shallow. Release. take long sitting position, legs together. This is for forward bending, paschimottanasaña. Now inhale a little, raise the arms up, stretch a little back, straighten up, exhale and slowly bend forward. Hands on the toes or ankles, forehead close to the knees. Concentration on the sacral chakra, swadhisthana. Feel the energy flowing towards the brain internally, breathing shallow. Then inhale and release, come up. Now we go through Kapalabhati Pranayama, in which expulsion is made quick, forced and sudden. Along with a stroke at the lower abdomen below the navel, abdomen goes in. When the abdomen comes to normal, breath goes in like exhaust pump, pressing and releasing like that. Imagine the abdomen is an airbag. When it is pushed in, air goes out through the outlet. The nostrils are like the outlet. That imagination will make it easy. In the beginning, you can use the fingertips to push the lower abdomen in at the time of exhalation. Next round, do it without using the fingers. Abdomen has to go in on its own. The beginners can start with 30 rounds every day during the first week. Every week add 30 more until the number reaches 300, which can be completed in 5-6 minutes, keeping a break in between after 50 times. And don't make it very powerful, very forceful, in a relaxed way. Now, a more powerful breathing, it is bhastrika. In bhastrika, both inhalation and exhalation are made equally forced. Here also, the pumping action, forward and back equally forceful. Abdomen goes in and air goes out. Abdomen is brought forward forcefully. Air goes in with force, like that, like old steam engine, like that. This is more powerful than Kapalabhati, the previous breathing technique. Only the exhalation is made forced. Here both inhalation and exhalation are made equally forceful. But Kapalabhati is enough for normal purposes. So that completes Pranayama. So we were discussing the preparatory practice for meditation. It is known as Antar mauna. Antar means inner, mauna means silence. So this is a very powerful practice to tame the mind. Taming the mind is one of the subjects of yoga, and we have to use tactics. So one side it is pain, another side it is total fear, and normally it is agitated and also intoxicated. So for that, in the same way we tame a monkey, giving some regimentation and some control, we have to tame our mind with certain regimentation and certain freedom. We have to give freedom to the thoughts, but at the same time we have to put some effort for gaining mastery over it. So in that respect, Antar mauna is a very, very important and powerful practice. And there are 6 stages in Antar mauna. Each stage is to be mastered or completed within 1 month. Altogether a 6 months program. But it is not very difficult to practice it. Just assembling the scattered rays of the mind, focus on one point and never fight with the thoughts at any time. Whatever be the nature of thoughts, you should be able to confront it calmly in a peaceful way. So if at all it is a negative thought, thought of an enemy or thought of a revenge or extreme steps to be taken against him, whatever it be, we should be friendly with that thought. We never push away any thought, because when time comes, when opportunity arises, it will come back with redoubled force. So never fight with the thoughts. Don't try to suppress any negative thoughts. That is one of the important rules in yoga. Never fight with the body, never fight with the mind. So you have to be confronting with the thought just in a friendly way. Then, for example, suppose we have a negative thought. All of us possess some negative thoughts. So if there is a stone at the bottom of a lake, the only way to bring it out or remove it from the lake is bringing to the surface level and throwing it out. In the same way, in the subconscious mind, there may be many negative thoughts deposited. So only way to remove it is bringing it to the conscious level, brooding over it for some time, and then throwing it out. That is the only possible way. And nobody else can help us. We should confront ourselves with our thoughts, whether it is negative or otherwise, whatever it be. I can illustrate with an example of a great yogi in America, and his usual feat was confronting with the clouds in the sky. He used to do it as a public feat. There used to be a few hundred people, and he was able to dissolve any cloud, any cluster of cloud in the sky, just by looking at the cloud for about 3 minutes. So he would send, when he concentrates on that particular cloud, the prana reaches there, and with his intention of dissolving it, he was able to dissolve within 3 minutes any cloud. So here, when we concentrate on the thought which is negative, within 3 minutes the mind will feel disgusted with that and the thought will escape. So mind can hold on to one thought only for about 3 minutes, at the maximum 5 minutes. So using this principle, this nature of the mind, we can eliminate negative thoughts one by one. So that is involved in the third stage, third month. Now, in the first month, we just, all the practice are done with eyes closed. In the first month, the mind is in the extroverted state. So open the mind to the outer sense perceptions, mainly the sounds. There are many sounds in any place. If there is no sound, you listen to the silence, concentrate on the silence. There can be the sound of the whistling of the birds, or a vehicle moving, or a phone ringing, or tapping at the door. These are the normal sounds we can hear. So whatever be the sound, you just listen without any reaction. If the sound is distorted, you should not feel disturbed about it. You should not wish for a harmonious sound like a music, like a song. So whatever sounds are there, just receive without any reaction. At the same time, develop awareness of the surroundings. If there is any smell, you can feel the smell and also feel the meeting points between the body and the outer things. If you are sitting on the chair, feel the places of physical contact and the contact area between the dress and the skin, and then between the two lips, upper and lower lips, between the two eyelids, upper eyelids and lower eyelids. Then feel the breath flowing in and flowing out. That is the subtlest form of touch, the air touching the skin inside the nostrils while inhaling and exhaling. This much you do during the first month. You can take about 5 to 10 minutes. So it need not be at a particular time. Any time whenever you are free, you can do this. Either early in the morning or late at night, that would be preferable. Or any time of the day is okay. And in the second month, first you go through the same process as we did in the first month. Then add the second month stage, that is visualizing the space that you see in front of the closed eyes. All the practice are done with eyes closed. So when you close the eyes, you can perceive a space just in front of the closed eyes. That space is known as inner space within the mind, technically Chidakasha. Chid means mind or consciousness, Akasha means sky or space or ether. So inner space within the mind is an important concept in yoga. So you first feel this space. It is likely to be dark in the beginning. Later on, when you keep on watching, within a few moments light will appear, and sometimes colors or patterns or formations, whatever is happening, you just keep watching like a witness, attitude of a witness. Eventually allow the thoughts to manifest. Don't bring in any thoughts purposely. If thoughts are coming, just keep them watching. The same way you watch the clouds in the sky, keep on watching all the thoughts. So you can continue whatever be the time available, minimum 5 minutes. So that is what you do during the second month. And in the third month, we start eliminating unwanted thoughts, negative thoughts. So for that, you go through the first month's practice, at least 5 minutes, then second month's practice, another 5 minutes, then add the third month's practice. That is, after completing the first and second stages, you just choose a negative thought purposely with the intention of eliminating it. The most turbulent negative thought is to be chosen first. So after choosing it, brood over it, concentrate only on that thought without any feeling or disturbance. The purpose is to eliminate it, not to feed it. Another example is catching a fish by using a bait. The bait is not for feeding the fish, but for taking the fish out of water. In the same way, we pause the thought for brooding over and taking it out of the mind. So after 3 minutes, what happens is, the mind will lose interest in that particular thought, however negative it may be, and so that thought will get eliminated automatically. And depending on the time, you can choose 1 or 2 more thoughts, use the same technique and get them eliminated. And then in the 4th month, you go through each month's practice at least for 5 minutes, and then add the 4th month's practice. That is, out of various thoughts manifesting in the Chidakasha, the inner space, you choose the most persistent one, whether it is positive or negative or neutral thoughts, it doesn't matter. You choose the most persistent thought, most dominant thought, brood over it. In the same way, after 3 minutes, it will escape. You just allow it to go out of the mind, dash it out of the mind. And during the 5th month, it is an important stage. You go through all the 4 months practices, 5 minutes each. Then add the 5th month's practice, that is making the mind extroverted, making the mind introverted. Making the mind extroverted is very easy. We are naturally extroverted, listening to the sounds and also feeling all the sense experiences. Then making the mind introverted, it requires some practice. Watch the normal breathing, that itself will make the mind introverted, and become aware of Chidakasha, that is inner space within the mind, but don't allow thoughts to enter. So you keep the suggestion, no thinking, thoughts not allowed, because mind is involved or engrossed in the normal breathing process. So mind cannot do 2 things together. When it is absorbed in the breathing process, thoughts cannot enter. So no thoughts, no entry for thoughts. That should be the suggestion. Become aware of Chidakasha. Keep watching each and every ingoing breath and outgoing breath incessantly, continuously, unceasingly. First, make the mind extroverted for 2 minutes. Then make the mind introverted for 2 minutes. Reduce the time. Extroversion for 1 minute, introversion for 1 minute. Then half a minute extroverted, half a minute introverted. Then 20 seconds out, 20 seconds in, 10 seconds out, 10 seconds in. Like that, you gain controlling power over the mind. So who made the mind turned out? who made the mind turned in, who made the mind extroverted, who made the mind introverted. You have the feeling that I made my mind extroverted, I made my mind introverted. So I have mastery over the mind. I am the master of my mind. That feeling will be there. So that gives you the idea that I and my thoughts are different. I can develop mastery over the mind. Then in the 6th month, real meditation starts. I mentioned about the importance of psychic symbol. In India, there are many psychic symbols like Shivalingam or Salagramam, or the picture of our favorite deity, or picture of Guru, or the picture of any of the chakras, mainly the third eye center, like that. So once you choose a psychic symbol, you just close the eyes and concentrate on that symbol uninterruptedly. So when you go through all the 5 stages, you can absorb yourself totally into this psychic symbol. There, eventually, what happens is the meditator, the object of meditation, that is psychic symbol, and the process of meditation fuse into one pure consciousness. So that is the ultimate of meditation. So these are the 6 stages of Antar mauna, or inner silence. So in between any other meditation, you can develop through these 6 stages. You can go along with other meditations, or whichever meditation you are practicing. They are all complementary. And moreover, the advantage of Antar mauna is that any of the practices of the 6 months can be done any time in between. But it is ideal to progress this way, one after the other, in 6 stages, one stage after the other, going through each stage in the same way I have explained. So that then you will get complete mastery of the mind. Then any meditation will be very easy. Any thought will be nothing, no problem at all. Now we start the practice. Get ready for the practice of Antar mauna. We go through all the 6 stages within a short time. The actual time you can follow when you reach that stage. I am mainly concentrating on the outline of the practice. Okay, now we do it in the sitting position. Sit in any comfortable position, either on the floor in cross-leg position. You can also sit on the chair or sofa, back and head reasonably straight, eyes closed. We go through the first month's practice of Antar mauna. Become aware of all the sense experiences, mainly the sounds. Eyes are closed, so you cannot see the things outside, but you can visualize surroundings. Listen to all the sounds, nearby sounds, distant sounds, very loud sounds and subtle sounds. All sounds simultaneously. If there is a big sound happening in between, you can concentrate on that big sound so long as it is there. Then come back to all the sounds, simultaneous awareness of all the sounds, and also develop other sense perceptions. If there is any smell in the atmosphere, you can detect the smell, and also feel the touch of the body with outer things, wherever the skin is touching the outer things, the feet or buttocks touching the seat, the skin and the clothing, then the lips, upper and lower lips touching, that is more subtle. Then the upper eyelids in contact with the lower eyelids, feel the lines of contact, even more subtle lines of contact. Then watch your breathing, normal ingoing breath, normal outgoing breath. Feel the touch of the air with the skin inside the nostrils. So that is the first month's practice. Depending on your time, you can extend the time even more than 5 minutes. Minimum is 5 minutes. Then we come to the second month's practice. After completing the first month's practice, at least for 5 minutes, you become aware of the space that you see in front of the closed eyes. That is the inner space within the mind, known as Chidakasha. Whatever be the nature of Chidakasha, just become aware of that space, inner space within the mind. At first it is likely to be dark space, but later on light may appear in different colors or patterns, sometimes formations or designs. Whatever happens, just be a witness. Slowly thoughts may appear to the surface level of the mind. When thoughts come, just become aware of the thoughts. Don't categorize the thoughts as positive or negative, emotionally charged or neutral. Whatever it be, just be a witness to all the thoughts. Like that, 5 minutes or so. That is what you have to do during the second month. Now, in the third month, you have to eliminate negative thoughts purposely. First go through the first and second stages, at least 5 minutes each, and then continue with the third month's practice. Allow all the thoughts to manifest in the inner space. But here you choose the negative thought, most turbulent negative thought for brooding over, because we have to eliminate from the subconscious mind. Purposely concentrate on that particular negative thought. Don't allow any other thoughts to enter. Within about 3 minutes, the mind will lose interest in it. You can easily dash it out of the mind. If you have time, you can apply the same technique and eliminate another negative thought. So all the 30 days, you should eliminate at least one thought every day. So mind will be clarified or cleared of all the unwanted thoughts or garbage, cleansed internally. And now we come to the 4th month's practice. After going through all the 3 months practices, at least 5 minutes each, then continue with the practice for the 4th month. That is, watching all the thoughts, you choose the most persistent thought, whether positive, negative or neutral. Here, the quality of the thought is immaterial. It should be persistent, most dominant, whether positive, negative or neutral, doesn't matter. Using the same technique, brooding over it for 3 minutes, you will be able to dash it out of the mind very easily. Depending on your time, you can choose 1 or 2 thoughts more and eliminate them using the same technique. Then we enter the 5th month's practice, which is very, very important. Making the mind extroverted, listening to all the sounds, visualizing the surroundings, receiving all sense experiences. After 2 minutes, make the mind introverted, watching the normal breathing, becoming aware of Chidakasha, inner space within the mind, and keeping the suggestion, no thinking, no entry for thoughts. These 3 things done together will make the mind introverted. First 2 minutes extroverted, 2 minutes introverted. After that, 1 minute extroverted, 1 minute introverted. Then half a minute extroverted, half a minute introverted. Then 20 seconds out, 20 seconds in, 10 seconds out, 10 seconds in. After completing this much time, it may take more time for the 5th month's practice. You have the feeling that you have gained mastery over the thinking process, over the mind. You can make it, mind is a tool, you can turn it out, you can turn it in. Who made it extroverted? Who made the mind introverted? I made it. So I am above the mind. I can gain mastery over the mind. Mind is a tool. So that is the wisdom you gain. Practical experience you gain out of this practice. Now the 6th month's practice, choosing a psychic symbol. It can be the picture of our favorite deity, Lord Krishna, Jesus Christ, or Salagrama, Shiva Lingam, or picture of a beautiful scene, or picture of a chakra, whatever it be, very appealing to you. Once you choose it, it is better to stick to the same psychic symbol. It is a focal point. Concentrate on that point uninterruptedly. Finally, you feel you are becoming one with the object of meditation, that is the psychic symbol, and the process of meditation and the meditator, all the three things fusing into one consciousness. That is the ultimate aim of meditation, leading to samadhi, total integration. Now feel the peace deep within yourself, the tranquility. Watch your breathing. Make your breathing slightly deeper. Imagine the energy flowing upwards with inhalation, downwards with exhalation. So before opening the eyes, do palming. Rub the 2 palms. Cover the closed eyes with the middle of the palms and make your breathing slow and deep. Continue deep breathing 3 times more. Release the hands and open the eyes. So that completes Antar mauna, the practice of inner silence. We continue with our discussion on bhavana group of yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, that is changing the attitude. The same work that we do with a changed attitude will make it a pleasant experience. So in karma yoga, it is mentioned that when we imagine that it is for self-purification, all work will be done in a very pleasant way. So also we have to neutralize. According to karma yoga, the birth is meant for exhausting our karma. Karma is an unknown factor. We don't know the origin of karma, but there are ways of exhausting the karma. So we mentioned about the divine qualities. Negative karma can be overcome with positive karma. So we have several rules, and some of the important rules we mentioned before. Do just merge totally into the work you are doing without expecting the result, because the result will be there automatically, it will come to us. And second principle, do each work for self-purification, whatever be the workload. So that will give us total contentment, satisfaction about the work. And the third is, I accept, that is acceptance. acceptance is a great divine quality. I accept my karma as it is. I bless and dissolve my karma. So these are the three important rules. There are many other principles involved in karma yoga that will eventually lead to bhakti yoga, yoga of devotion. I mentioned about different forms of love. Love in the lower state is selfish, and when we raise our level of awareness, it can become selfless, unconditional love. And when the love reaches the supreme, that is our own source, then what happens is love becomes the ultimate form. It assumes the ultimate form, and the whole world will appear something like manifestation of our supreme consciousness, or what we call God or Lord or our personal deity. So in that state, all our work will be a pleasant experience. So we don't have to bother about anything happening. Both the work and the result of the work are offered to that supreme Godhead. That is why in the Bible it is said, "Thy will be done." So it is also said in the Bible, love is God and God is love. Karma yoga, when it is perfected, will lead automatically to bhakti yoga. Bhakti is the purified form of love. So there are several rules for bhakti yoga. One rule is that give your love to all living beings, not only to human beings, but all living beings. The main principle is that if one is created by God, others are also created by the same God. We cannot have different gods for different people. God is the ultimate reality, ultimate source, and out of which the apparent world has manifested. So the way of reaching the ultimate or connecting with the source, realigning with the source, is to develop the love, that is cosmic love, love for love's own sake. That is what we call bhakti in Sanskrit. In yoga, bhakti is the sublimated form of love, searching love towards God, and that will make our mind also purified and sublimated. That will eventually lead to jnana yoga. Jnana is spiritual wisdom. In jnana yoga, we are more and more established in our real self. In Yoga Sutras, one of the classical texts of yoga by Patanjali, that is the most important text of yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Sutras are certain kind of literature. The sutras are like definitions pregnant with meaning. It will be very brief also. So the definition of yoga given by Patanjali, that is tadadrashtu swarupe avasthanam yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That is, yoga is gaining mastery over the fluctuations of the mind. That is the state when we reach the state of jnana. Jnana means spiritual wisdom. And what happens at that time? That is, the seer, the individual self, gets established in his real nature. So at that time, everything will be reintegrated properly. There will be harmony in all aspects of life. Yoga is the science of harmony. It is Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga is fully explained in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So harmony within oneself and with the outer world and with the other people. Harmony among the different systems and organs of the body, among the 5 functional divisions of the prana, and harmony between the sense experiences and the mind, harmony of the mind and intellect, intellect and individual consciousness, then harmony of individual consciousness and supreme consciousness. These are the 8 realms of harmony explained by Patanjali, who codified yoga into the form of aphorisms. That is the classical text on yoga, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. In Vedanta is the Indian philosophy. Yoga, we can say it is mainly psychology. Vedanta is philosophy. There are 6 streams of Indian philosophy, and among them yoga and Vedanta are very important. It is said that yoga paves the way to Vedanta. In Vedanta also there is a great definition given to yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam means total integration. Be established in your real nature. Yogastha kuru karmani. Be established in the state of yoga, that is total harmony, total reintegration. Then come to the field of activities. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tektva dhananjaya. There is no attachment to the apparent world outside. So that is internal aloofness. In that state what happens is siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva. Whatever you gain or lose, all the ups and downs, likes and dislikes, or misery and happiness, whatever it be, it is all the same. Mind will not react to anything happening in the outer world. That is the ultimate state of jnana yoga. So these are progressive. First start with karma yoga. It can go simultaneously also. Start with karma yoga, enter into bhakti yoga, which will automatically lead us to jnana yoga, the state of spiritual wisdom. So once you are established in that, when you are realigned with the source, everything else will fall in the right place. So it is not connected with asceticism. Anybody can evolve spiritually, internally. So that is the ultimate aim. But in between, it can go along with other types of yoga, mantra yoga, hatha yoga, or even kundalini yoga. All these are complementary to each other. So whatever be our taste, temperament and capacity, there are practices accordingly. We can choose our own practices and then get the evolution starting internally. Then whatever be the practices, you get that much benefit out of it. So whatever yoga you are doing, it never goes a waste, whether it is mental, physical or pranic or psychic and spiritual. Whatever be the effort you make in yoga, it will come back with positive results. It will never go as a waste. So that is the advantage of yoga. So nobody can say, I have been practicing yoga for 6 months, I did not get any benefit. That's a wrong statement, because yoga does only good, and it is for the real purpose, sole purpose. The sole purpose of life is served. So that is a direct link from our present state to the ultimate state. So we continue the discussion afterwards.